All right, while we're waiting, I was just going to ask a silly question to make us all feel better. Do you like me with a virtual background or a regular background? And if we like the virtual, is there anyone you like in particular? You can put this in the chat.
I like the virtual one.
Same here.
Good to hear. I just felt like it adds a little variety to your day, and at least it's something beautiful to look at. As long as we're all stuck inside computers. Yes, regular does have less glitches. There's Phoebe. Okay, as the last people come in, because we have a quiz, I just want to start by asking everyone, are you okay? It's a hard thing to have to start our day with, but there was, what we call insurrection in Washington yesterday. And I won't go into, the details because, we don't want to be political, but I can just say that I still feel vibrating. My stomach feels queasy to see people ransacking the Capitol. These are American citizens. These are our fellow countrymen. The idea that America has come to this is very, very upsetting to me. So I just want to let you know, if you are feeling bad, if you're feeling upset, please reach out to me, reach out to your counselor, your parents, or just talk with a friend. These are trying times. Look at the difference between today and yesterday. This is my favorite. It was rainy and dark and cold yesterday, and today the sun is shining. So it's a new day. New things are going to happen. There's a very different future ahead for America. So just remain strong. Know that we are all here for each other. And let me know if you have questions, issues, feelings that you're finding are difficult and hard to place. I am too. So we're all in this together, as usual. Let's see, thank goodness I wasn't muted. Okay, so we have a big day today, all right? Let's get to it. So let's go through our agenda. We have, oh, I'm sorry, this is not, somehow I'm presenting the wrong thing. Right. Like we say, it's been a crazy, crazy day. And this is right. Okay, sorry, this is right. So we're having the conditionals quiz. We are doing Unit 4 L10 functions practice. And there is an optional, the functions make. This is an interesting app. If you get done with the practice and are dying to have more to do, you can go into the functions make. Oh, I hate to say I didn't put the worksheet in. I'll put that in when we get into our breakout rooms. This is totally optional. The reason that we are skipping the functions make is that we are going to be doing the decision maker app, which is the first app in the start of the next section. So it'll be U4 L11. Thank goodness we've got Juan. Okay, so the problem is there's just not enough time to do both. So we feel that the decision maker app is going to help prepare you better for the make app in the AP. So there is after school help today at 2:50 to 3:30. Hang on, I am going to stop sharing because I would like to, I'm not stopping sharing. Okay, I want to put this in the chat. This is the link. If anybody wants to go to Ms. Rudnick's, oh, come on. There we are. Ms. Rudnick is going to be having a study session from 2:50 to 3:30 today. So if anybody needs help with their apps, as I'm sure several people do, please go check this out. These are resources for you. All right. We are going to be going into our quiz. We're going to have 12 minutes for the quiz. What our objective today is that you will be able to write programs with the support of sample code, debug functions, identify opportunities to reduce repeated code within a program. Okay? So we're going to be starting here. In the meantime, let me show everyone where their quiz is. Okay. So in the module, the quiz is up top. Conditionals and Boolean quiz right here. Oh gosh. Did I not publish? Oh my gosh. Again, I am sincerely sorry. I did not publish our module. I just imported it. So the module is now up January 7th to 8th, 2021. If you can take a look. So you want to be in modules, and our quiz is right up top. Conditionals and Boolean quiz. Okay? So it's going to be 5 points. You're going to have 12 minutes to do it. This is the code. This is your code for the quiz. Let me know if you have any difficulty getting in. All right, we have 12 minutes, so we should be done with this at 35. All right, 10:35. In you go. Anyone have questions, problems? Let me know if you're having difficulty getting into the quiz. This is your quiz right on top of the module, the conditionals and Boolean quiz. Very few people, oh shoot, sorry, I know what's going on. Okay, we have about 3 minutes left. Okay. Let me get back to where I belong. All right. Anyone not finished? Anyone need more time? I know there was one person that started a little late. I had a couple questions on things. The only thing I can say is ideally everything is right, and just Booleans are tricky. So really do try and make sure you're thinking through what is being said. All right, so today what we are working on is going to be Unit 4, Lesson 10. You're going to go into your code.org. This is the functions practice. So basically what's going to be happening in here is at the start, they will be declaring the function and you need to be creating how to call the function. Then you're going to need to be declaring a function, I believe. So you're going to go into lesson 10. You're going to do level 2. And you're going to complete levels 2 through 6, 8, and 10. Okay, I believe you're going to get graded on 10. So in 7, there is a video, and I just want to go over that to make sure it makes sense to everyone. You do not have to do level 7 and 9, but you should just take a quick look at them. If you need help with debugging, that's what the video is, again. So functions practice. These functions are not called in the correct order. Rearrange the functions to call the story correctly. This is the first part of this. All right, this is the debugging video. I'm not going to show it to you now. It's in the module. Okay. The question is basically this is going over a lot of materials that we've already done. Variable scope. This is the idea of global variables versus local variables. Local variables are variables created inside an on event. So just looking at what's on the screen here, Can someone tell me what is the problem with this program? Can anyone tell me what the problem is in this program that we're looking at? Okay, I'm going to use my fabulous spinner and find some lucky candidate. Phoebe Chambers. Phoebe, are you out there?
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. We're creating the var points. We've got our variable change, a function change points. We got a console log, and then we are declaring our function change points down here, and it seems to have two variables in it. What do you think is wrong with this program?
Well, the first variable, I can't see what it says, but it hasn't already been declared. So you can't have it in the program if it hasn't been declared in the beginning.
Okay, that is one thing. In theory, that's okay in this situation. I am not sure why, and I agree with you. What they're worried about here with this program is you have these two different points, right? We're creating a variable points here and a variable points inside the on event, not the on event, inside the function. So same thing happens, that points inside the function is going to be a local variable. And as you said before, boom is also a local variable, but boom is never called for in this program. So it really doesn't matter to the functionality of this program. You'll see that it has a little yellow triangle, meaning that it's not called in your program. All right? So create variables once at the top, outside of functions or on events. Okay, so your analysis is totally right. We should not be creating variables inside our functions or on events. When you create variables, you should use VAR only once. Do not create it twice. You don't need to create variables twice, as this can cause errors. Create your variables at the top of your program. I think everybody gets that pretty well. This keeps your code organized and easier to read for you and others. It's much easier when they're right on top. And where do functions go? Create your variables outside of any function or event blocks. Functions go at the bottom, are declared at the bottom of your program. And that is because they can be operating anywhere in the program, but it gets really messy, particularly with the way functions are read, that it's going to drop down to the function, read the function, then go back to where it left off and continue down. If the function is in a weird place, it's very hard to track how your program is actually running. Okay, we've been over this, global versus local variables. Global variables are created outside of the on event. Local variables are created inside the on event. For the moment, we never want to be creating variables inside our on events. All right, avoiding local variables and debugging. Apparently this has got to be a real issue in these apps that we're doing and in our practice. Local variables will eventually be useful, but for now, they're most likely to just be confusing. The biggest issue you'll run into right now with local variables is accidentally using VAR inside non-event or function. Here's what that code usually looks like. There it is, it's an on event with the variable being declared in it. This code is pretty confusing. While it looks like there's only one variable because being used, it actually has two variables, one local and one global. They're both named count. Changing the value on one will have no impact on the other. This can cause unexpected behavior in your code, and it can be tricky to debug. So if you're having a problem debugging and you can't figure it out, think about the idea that you might have created a variable inside non-event. The best way to avoid these issues is to make sure for now that you're not using VAR inside of an on event or function. If you run into a tricky debugging problem, check if you're accidentally creating a local variable. All right, we have video help in the module just to make sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. Here we go. In the module, you have Unit 4, Lesson 10 video links. As usual, these are all the videos except for Circle 10, because you have to do that. All right? If you get stuck, if you don't understand, please look at the videos. They are a great help. But try and do the coding first. If you get stuck, look at the videos. But I just want to make sure you know that they are there for you. Okay? Let's go back. Sorry, I'm working between two screens. So there is video help. And then if you get done with your variables practice, which I doubt, if you're interested, if you are an overachiever, you can look at Unit 4, Lesson 11, Functions Make. This is called the Quote Maker app, all right? This is about creating the quote maker. You can certainly explore this, look at it. I will put the workbook in, but this is totally optional. You do not need to be doing this. All right, we are going to go into our breakout rooms. We are going to have about 20 minutes in there to work on this. And then we're going to come out and we're going to look at the app that we are going to be working on that is called the Decision Maker app. It's going to be based on that Can You Buy a Cat thesis. All right, I'm going to create breakout rooms. We're going to do rooms of 3. I'm going to turn the sharing on right now. Please have one person sharing their screen in your room. It really helps everyone. Ideally, have your strongest coder putting their screen up so that everyone else can see what they're doing. All right? Try and talk to each other. Let's create some community here. It's a bad day yesterday. We need our friends. All right? So it looks like we can do this perfectly. Any questions? Any problems? So let me quickly, just because I know another class had issues with this. Now here, I'm going to create our breakout rooms just for the moment. When you go in here, this is what you're looking at. You're going to be in Lesson 10, Functions Practice. You're going to go 2 through 6, 8, and then 10 is the one that you need to do. This is just asking you to rearrange these in the correct order so the song makes sense. First comes spring, blah, blah, blah. All right? I'm opening the rooms. We will be coming out at probably 10:20. All right, so we should have, what am I saying? It should be 11, what? So I'm sorry, my calculations are always a little off these days. The class ends at 11:15. Let's say that we are going to 11:05, all right, or so. Here we go. In you go. Anyone have questions, problems? Candace? Can I help you? Candace? Are you okay, Candace? Candace?
Mr. Swift, um, you're muted, but I have a question.
What's up?
So I'm on level 5,
Yep,
and I don't remember. Can I share my screen?
sure.
So I don't remember exactly how to. So I see on event thumbs up equals thumbs up -1.
Right, so look down at the bottom. Ah, what do you have there?
Ah, that looks like a
Update screen function.
Mm-hmm.
So all you're doing is you're calling update screen under your counter,
So do I just put like this
correct?
right here, and then do
You just
update,
call it update screen. Perfect.
and then I put that
Copy
also.
that and drop another one in there and you're done.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
That's why I was trying to explain that originally they're declaring the variables and you're calling them,
Mhm.
and then you're going to probably have to create, one next.
Makes sense.
No
Okay.
worries.
Thank you.
What I'm here for. Okay, everyone is back. Did that all make sense? I know I had one question worrying about how to figure out what to put into the on event, and the idea was that the variable was being declared, or the function was being declared at the bottom, and that you just call that function. What we're going to be working on as our next app is going to be the Decision Maker app. This is based on that app that we saw a while ago, Can I Buy a Cat? If I'm 14 and I have $30, apparently I can do it. Your homework for the weekend is going to be to brainstorm your Decision Maker app. The requirements and assignment sheet are below. Okay, the project description. For this project, you will create an app that helps a user make a decision. Your app must take in at least one number and one string from the user that will help make the decision. All of this information will be used as part of the decision-making process. In addition, your code must include at least one function used to update the screen, and I believe it's supposed to update twice. So just to be clear here, when it's saying that your app needs to take at least one number and one string from the user that will help it make the decision, when you think of that Decision Maker app, the question was, how old are you? How much money do you have? So the money can be your string with dollars, with a dollar sign, and your age can be the other one. It's the idea that you are going to have two things that are being evaluated. All right, so there is a practice activity guide for the Decision Maker app. It's in the module. So you're supposed to complete the guide for your homework, okay? So your homework is to complete your U4 Practice PT Decision Maker app planning guide. All right, the app requirements. At least one number and one string used to make and report a decision with a conditional statement. For our other apps that we've been doing, it's the idea that it's an age and a day. That's your number and your string. With this, it's probably going to be the idea that there's going to be a dollar sign on whatever we're doing. Or I think you're creating your own version, just it's going to be organized like the Adopt a Cat app. So your creativity is going in here. You need to create a, it's got to have at least one number and one string used to make the report a decision with a conditional statement, a function which updates the screen and is called at least twice in the program. Conditional statement includes at least one logical operator and or not. There are at least 3 different possible outputs. Output answers, i.e., yes, you can adopt a cat, no, you can't adopt a cat, and congratulations, you can adopt a kitten. These are examples from the Cat Maker. This is not what is going to be in your app. You are creating your app based on whatever decision you want to make an app for, okay? Are you buying a cat? Maybe you want to buy a dog. Maybe you want to buy a parrot. There's all kinds of things that you could do for this app. Every function contains a comment explaining purpose, what it does, and functionality, how it works. I always try and explain that in your comments, you need to tell me what it is, what it does, and how it does it. This is the up button. It counts up by counting likes, okay? It counts likes up. Clear and easy to navigate user interface, cleanly written code which is free of errors. So those are all our app requirements. At least one number and one string used to make and report a decision with a conditional statement, a function which updates the screen and is called at least twice in the program. Conditional statement includes at least one logical operator and or not. There are at least 3 different possible output answers, i.e., yes, you can adopt a cat, no, you can't adopt a cat, and congratulations, you can adopt a kitten. Every function contains, hang on, sorry, a comment explaining purpose, what it does, and functionality, how it works. Clear and easy to navigate user interface, cleanly written code, which is free of errors. Okay, so what I want to provide you with is the last 4 minutes of class. I'm going to open up our breakout rooms again and let you go in. Let me show you again, just to make sure where the activity guide is. You want the decision maker app planning guide. You do not want the planning guide for the optional app. So open up your decision maker app planning guide. Let's go into our breakout rooms for 4 minutes, and you can talk with some other students about what this app is going to look like, how you plan on making it work. Okay? All right, here we go. So you're just going to have a couple minutes in here. I just want everyone to have an opportunity to discuss this because it's very new. You're not getting all the instructions from code.org. Okay, no, we still got a couple minutes. Anyone who's here, if you have any questions, you can ask me in the chat or you can just sing out. Otherwise, class is over.
I have a question. So
Sure.
for homework, how many steps do we need to finish?
How many what?
How many steps, like on the planning guide? Just step one, or do we keep going?
You're supposed to do the whole planning guide.
Oh, okay.
You're going to be doing your app on Monday.
Okay.
So basically that's the idea. You're getting yourself as prepared as possible for
Thank
next
you.
Monday.
Wait, so we're not doing the app yet?
No, we're not doing the app. The app is in theory, you're supposed to be doing the app on Monday. You're planning to prepare for the app.
Oh, got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. Class is over.
Thank you.
Yay. Any questions, problems?
What about the assignment due on Monday? Do we also do that?
That is the assignment due on Monday.
Functions
Activity
make-
guide. Right?
The functions make assignment, the one on Sunday.
What do you think you're making? You're making your app. You're doing your activity guide. That's what you're turning in. Okay? Here, hang on. Let me look at what's on the. So it should be decision maker app planning, Monday, 11/21.
No, the assignment called functions make. It says unit 4
Oh,
lesson
hang on.
11.
Don't worry about that. Don't, that is nothing. It's going to disappear.
Okay,
That is wrong.
thank you.
Sorry for the confusion.
Okay, I have one question. I'm like a little confused. So the app, the decision maker app,
Mhm.
the goal of it is just, are you supposed to just start with like an idea and then the person that's using the app's just supposed to go one way and see like,
What you're doing is you're building an app that is going to be very similar to the cat picker app, the Can I Adopt a Cat app.
okay,
But it is your app and it can be picking, you're helping someone make a decision.
okay,
Can they buy a cat? Can they buy a stereo? Can they buy a dog? Can I play with my friends? You just need to create something that you want to make a choice. And the idea is it's going to need two things to be evaluated. Like I'm 15 and I have $30 in order to be able to get a cat, right?
yeah,
So
Okay.
that's, $15 is not going to be a number. We're going to put a $sign after it and put it in quotes to make it a string. So
Mhm.
that way the question is it, equal to $15 and that.
And also, can I ask her one question for on code.org, the fifth part on like bubble 5?
Yes,
I got a little confused on like how to do that one.
somebody else did too. There's a trick. Look down at the bottom.
The bottom?
Yes, scroll down.
Yeah.
What are you seeing?
It's like a function, it's like update screen, and it says just a little
Right.
error,
So
it's not
what
defined.
what's all you have to do to make this work?
Define the update screen. Oh,
Call the
call
update.
to update screen.
So you just need to grab, hang on, I can quickly, yeah, I am sharing, okay? So right here, all it is you are grabbing, this and dropping it in here and you're calling update screen, right? So your variable counting is happening here, and then you need all that code to update the screen. Instead, with a function, we can just call our update screen down here at the bottom.
Okay.
So I'm sure next you're going to probably have to create, I'm so sorry that I keep forgetting my right vocabulary. We don't create functions, we declare them. We declare, so that you'll probably have to declare a function somewhere later on.
Wait, so for that one, where the update screen, when you call it, do you do it at the top or do you hit it inside the on event?
I'd put it in the on event, right? Because you're not trying to update the screen generically. You're updating the screen after your variable counts,
Oh, that makes sense.
right? That's why you've got, it's counting down here, it's counting up here. You need to reset the screen to show that that count has changed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
No worries. This is all confusing and it's very new.
Yeah.
So just making sure that you have it all very straight and clear in your mind is a real help. Always reach out and ask me, Alex. I really I enjoy helping people get a better understanding.
All right. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Have a great weekend.